Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nyca, and with this week's edition of Fuck Shit Friday. This is the video of the week where I come in and weigh in my thoughts and opinions on anything ranging from celebrity gossip. Sometimes we talk a little politics, and child, if I'm so inclined, I might even talk about a sports story or two or three. It just depends on what the week is. So we are going to do a very, very quick little Fuck Shit Friday for you all. I'm sorry, like I said in the have and have nots, that I've been kind of like behind on getting all these videos and stuff out to y'all in a timely manner. But it's been hell week for me. And child, I'm just convinced that bad things happen to good fucking people. Excuse the lighting. Child, y'all just don't know what I just went through. I'm so frustrated. I need a damn drink. You can feel free to cash up a bitch of $2 or $3 if you want to on that drink tonight. But I'm going to have one. Because I need to woo side for a bit. I'm flipped out. I'm just, sometimes when the weight of the world is just laying right there, you feel like you about to go crazy. Then my light got broke today, and I'm so mad, y'all. I'm so mad. See, that's what I do. When y'all contribute money to me, even when I'm like, when I had my little mini stroke or whatever, when y'all be contributing and sending me love offerings or whatever, I apply that back into the channel as often as I possibly can. Very rarely do I use it for myself unless you specify get you a bottle. Some of y'all have in the past, and I definitely went and did that. But today I'm so frustrated, y'all. I'm so frustrated, but I'm here. I'm on camera, as promised. So let's talk a little shit while we swallow spit over here on the channel. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the family. I do try to do at least 1 or 2 videos on camera every week so you can see who you subscribe to, and not from old videos but from recent ones. So I try to show y'all who the hell I am. Spreaker only allows me to be able to multitask and still be vigilant down here on the YT streets for the people who love and support me. So here I am. I told y'all I was gonna get on camera today, so here I am to do my poet, honey. Now, y'all, I know y'all done heard about this Jasmine Eiland story. I'm going to go on and start with that. It's so much to that story, y'all, I don't even know where to begin. To do a little background for you guys, this past week or whenever it was, I know I've been hearing about this shit all week. This young lady went to a nightclub to celebrate her birthday in the city of Atlanta. And while she was there, I guess she met somebody who bought her a drink. We saw it appear on Facebook Live, where it looks like in the live, the drink did have something in it. When she lifted her glass up, you can clearly see something is in the drink. Now, what it is, I don't know. But she was with this guy by the name, I think, Wendy Williams or whatever, and allegedly he raped her. Now, y'all, I'm going to tell you something. I did some research on this girl, and I found some stuff. But I don't want to victim shame, because it don't matter what she may have done in her past. It does not mean that this particular incident, that this girl was not assaulted. And I never want to get on this camera as a victim of molestation and a victim of a person who has, I was raped before. I was molested growing up. So I try to be sympathetic to the feelings of victims. I never want to victim shame, even though, unfortunately, there are those ones out there that cry rape merely for attention's sake and seeking some type of gain from it. Most of the time you see it occur with some of these women that come out, against these celebrities or whatever. And again, like I said, I never want to say that someone is not a victim, because it don't matter if you a hoe on the street. No is no. If you could have your panties off or about to insert peen, but if that woman says in that moment no, and you continue on, you have raped her. So I don't really know what's going on with this, because this girl's people has come out, especially her brother, acting as if she's lying. Now, I don't know if she lying or not. I don't know, y'all. All I know is based on what it looked like in that video, that girl had been drugged. And I am never a proponent of anyone slipping a date rape drug into anybody's drink to try to take advantage of them. That is criminal, and your ass needs to be prosecuted accordingly. Now, as the time went on with this story, we heard just mere yesterday that the girl had attempted suicide. I didn't know if that story was true or not, so I waited around. Then you got the ex-husband that gets on alive and says that yes, she did try, but she was unsuccessful, and now she's recuperating in a hospital. But I couldn't hardly take him seriously because this man was sitting on camera basically trying to get you to hear his rapping skills. If I'm on camera to give an update to my loved one who has been a victim of something like this, I'm not going to be focusing on what it is that I do or I'm aspiring to do. I don't know how to take that situation. All I know is rape is nothing to play with, ladies. You have to be very, very careful. You have to be careful, child, when you're going out to these clubs. One thing for certain and two things for sure, you never leave a drink, and you don't just trust anybody to give you a drink. Unless you standing there watching the bartender pour that and he put it in your hand, you don't trust nobody because everybody don't have good intents for you. It looked like, according to that video, that girl was under the influence of something, and it was more than just that drink. It did look like there was a substance at the bottom of her glass, and it did appear as if she was being taken advantage of, you know. I don't know. I just know that in a world that we live in today, you have to be careful. Now, a lot of people are saying the girl is lying. I don't want to say the girl is lying because I wasn't there. I don't know the particulars. All I can do is take the footage and the info that was provided to me and try to sum it up. I can say this, something happened. Something happened. And that dude she was with, that Dominique person, I don't too much care for his character. I mean, you got another lady that then came out yesterday or last night saying that she experienced something similar. She met him on Facebook Live. He DM'd her. They began to talk. They decided to meet up to go and have dinner and drinks. She drives to his house to get into his car and go out to the drink place. She gets to the place. They have a good day. She drinking her little Grand Marnier. She said that's her drink. And then she said, that sure would taste good tonight. I can't afford that shit tonight. But anyway, the girl say, afterwards, on the way home, she realized she was a little bit drunker than what she normally would be. Now, if that's your drink of choice, and you have not exceeded your normal, what you know to be your limit, then why you like that? She said he invited her to go ahead and stay the night with her, and all of this is alleged, by the way. All of this shit is alleged. You will not be suing me for nothing. But allegedly, this lady says that he invited her to stay because she was too inebriated to drive herself home once returning back to his house. She said somewhere along throughout the night she happened to wake up and she went to the bathroom, and she said she know her body. She know something had happened to her. Plus she got a penis-sized hole in her pants, and she's asking him questions, and he ain't really trying to give her what she need. She also said she saw him throw what she believed to be a condom in the toilet to flush it. And he's telling her basically he don't know what she talking about. And he ain't got to do that. And he went to reference how big his manhood is and how he don't have to do them type of things. Yeah, I don't know. All I know is something in the buttermilk ain't clean. And before I sit on this camera and make anybody, be it him or her, their family members, feel some kind of way because they came across this video, I'll just say this. Something happened, and I think that the police really do need to do a thorough investigation. And if this man did in fact rape that girl, his ass need to be tried and convicted of that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. That whole scene didn't look right. So I hope Jasmine is okay, because I haven't heard anything else about her since her Facebook Live, and then hearing that she had attempted suicide. I know when stories like this hit the airways, people are very judgmental. They say a lot of mean and negative shit to people who are victims, and for whatever reasons. But you never know when that may be you. So be careful of the mud that you sling at people. Personally, again, I feel like something happened to that girl. Based on what I saw in that video, it looked like something happened. Now, whether or not she was consenting to this prior to us seeing her being like she was on that video or not, I don't know. And I will always say that it does not matter how she's dressed, whether or not she has underwear on, regardless of how flirtatious she may be. If a woman tell you no, no is the answer, and you violated her if you slipped anything into her drink, I'll say that, okay? I don't know. I just hope that the police department is able to get a hands-on to what exactly happened. And if this woman has been victimized, I want that man brought to justice. That's what I'm going to say about that. I done said all I can say about it. There it is. I'm going to leave that with y'all to digest it however you may feel. Based off what you saw, because the video went viral. What do you think? Do you think she was raped? Do you think Miss Jasmine is more to the story than what's being told? What do you think about her accuser? Y'all get down in the panel and let me know what you think about it. My final say is something happened, and we need to know what it is. We need to make sure Jasmine is okay, and that if she has been violated, she needs to have her accuser brought to justice immediately. And that's why I tell y'all that social media is a blessing and it's a curse, because what if she had not gone on Facebook Live? We wouldn't be having this conversation. And if she was a victim, then she would have been a victim with not a voice. Because people quick to say that she lying based off what you may dig up about her past. A person's past ain't got nothing to do with what happened to them right now. Just because that woman may have a promiscuous past, regardless if she's a known liar or not, things happen to people, and when it's not right, they need to have their voices heard and believed, and justice needs to prevail by way of an investigation to prove whatever allegations may be coming out. So I'm going to hold off on really just attacking until I can ascertain through police records and reports that tells me that this man has definitely violated her, against her will, and we're gonna take it from there. But I'm gonna tell you, something happened. That shit didn't look right. That didn't look right at all. That girl, something happened to that girl. Don't dismiss her because you may feel a certain way about her based off of something you may have learned about her. Something happened to that woman, and she deserves her day and her justice, if that is true. Also, for many of y'all may have been familiar with a Facebook Live that went viral. A lot of YouTube bloggers, like The Knowledge Show, Trey, he did a video about it. I know what his name is, the dude with the dreads, Robert Perkins, he did a video about it. And I spoke briefly about this girl named Renita, who was killed on Facebook Live by her ex-boyfriend. Well, y'all know that happened right here in my city. So yesterday in court, he did plead guilty and he was sentenced to life in prison. A lot of people walked away from that situation feeling like he should have gotten the death penalty. I think the death penalty was taken off the table when he agreed to plead guilty to first-degree murder, so they just gave him life. The mother is at peace with it, and I'm going to be at peace with it. Y'all know I'm not a proponent for the death penalty. I do believe that the word says an eye for an eye, but it's not for us to... I'm not here to take your life. No matter what you did, and this is close, y'all. This is close. So I'm saying this not as a family member, but as close. I don't know how I feel about taking someone's life. I don't think that that's something that we as humans have a right to decide. Now, I do believe that he needs to spend the rest of his life in a padded cell reliving what he did to that young girl, because there was a violence of abuse there. That's something else we're going to get into in just a second. I believe that justice was served. He will never breathe free air again. He will forever be tormented to live with the knowledge that you took a woman away from her 3 children. And in my opinion, justice was served. There are some people in my city who feel like he should have gotten the death penalty. That's not for me to make a decision about. He was caught doing the act. He was convicted, and now the court of law say he going to prison for the rest of his life. To me, that's worse than him being dead. See, when he gets a death, if he would have gotten a death sentence, in my opinion, he would have sat on death row, being a burden to us for a couple of years, and eventually they would have put him out his misery. Put him in jail for the remainder of his life, and he's a fairly young man. He's going to be alive for quite some time unless some kind of way something happens to him in the prison system. That's torment to every day have to sit there and think about what you did to be in the position. And it ain't no telling, they ain't too friendly with murderers of women, and you know, when men who do things against children and women, they kind of give them a hard time behind them padded walls. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like justice was served. But let this be a lesson to young women. Let Wendy Williams' story, as they called her, Nunu. Renita Nunu Williams. I knew Nunu. But let this be a lesson to women. If you are in a domestic violence relationship, that shit ain't cute. And if a man is crazy enough or a woman is crazy enough to put their paws on you, then that should be an indication that you need to get out of that situation. Ain't nothing worth your life. It's not. It's not worth your life. And love don't hurt. Love don't hurt like that. That ain't what love do for you. Love is supposed to fulfill you and comfort you and make you feel good. If somebody going upside your damn head and you can't predict who you gonna get from one day to the next, I advise any woman to get out and get out with your life, honey. It don't matter what you leave behind. Walk away with your children and your life. I wish he had completely left this man alone and had no dealings with him. And we would not be having this story to talk about here on Fuck Shit Friday. But he was sentenced to life in prison yesterday here in Cattle District Court. And I'm happy about that. I'm satisfied. My soul is at peace because he gonna have to live with that. Them demons that's going to live inside his head and replay that day over and over again is better than any drug that they can tap into your veins and kill you quickly. That's better to torment of the mind. Man, he's going to be tormented for the rest of his life. He's going to have to relive that. And I don't know what to say for him, but Jonathan is gone for the rest of his life, and that's where he needs to be. See, if they would have got him when he first started doing offenses, because this ain't the first time he done shot somebody. You see, he kept getting off because he got family members within the police department that was helping. You can't tell me they wasn't helping him. And now look what happened. Some woman, some young girl with 3 children, now have the 3 kids got to grow up without their mama. All because she wouldn't stop dealing with a fool. If a man putting his hand on you, a woman putting her hands on you, that is not proactive. You need to get away and get away ASAP. Because the life you save truly can be your own. Child, moving on. Wendy Williams' mother-in-law this week alleged that she's seen her son Kevin Hunter be abusive to Wendy, and that Wendy is actually helping to protect her husband. She don't want nobody to know. Let me tell y'all something. First of all, child, for his mama to come out and say something, that speaks volumes, if in fact this is true. But here's my question. If you saw your son doing this to this woman, something in you as a woman didn't compel you to pick up the phone and dial them 3 numbers that get some act right in a motherfucker's ass real quick. It's called 911. I don't care if Wendy is protecting this man or not. Wendy may be protecting this man. Maybe she feels like, you know, they had to understand. A lot of people say Wendy been knowing Kevin was cheating on her. What the problem is, it was supposed to have been always kept on the low. And due to the Daily Mail doing a year-long investigation, was it the Daily Mail? I think it was the Daily Mail. Did a year-long investigation and outed him basically for having this relationship with this woman and housing her only mere miles away from where he lived with Wendy Williams. Now, it's been to our knowledge brought to our knowledge that he has since put the houses up for sale. But that's because he wants to separate and divide, child. Wendy, you know what you're getting. And I think because Wendy has spent a lifetime exploiting, exposing, and ridiculing other people in similar situations, now she's getting a taste of her own medicine, and it don't taste so good. See, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. But mama, I'm going to tell you, as a mother myself, there is no way, and I love my eggs with everything in me, just all of them through here, bitch, all of them through here, okay? Ain't no way in hell I could knowingly see my sons be abusive to a woman and not intervene. If my intervention got to be in the form of me getting on the phone, dialing them 3 numbers to get some act right in a motherfucker, that's what I would have done. What y'all think about that? If you ain't say nothing then, what the hell you talking for now, mama? If, in fact, this is true. That made me feel some kind of way, like, why you coming out to confirm it? You didn't do anything when you saw him bashing her and beating her ass. Why you talking now? I don't know what to say about that. I just, ooh, child. 90 Day Fiance star Ashley Marsden has withdrawn her divorce petition that she filed against husband of 8 months, Jay Smith. After 2 weeks, according to U.S. Weekly. She filed on January 11th after 8 months of marriage, and the filing came weeks after the Jamaican native allegedly was found to have been unfaithful to Marsden during the relationship. Ashley and Jay full of shit. This entire cast of the 90 Day Fiance Season 6, with the exception of Stephen and Olga, and Asuelu and Kalani, the rest of them just full of shit. And they have been too much. I am so glad this season is over. I am. I know I got a little bit more talking to do because there's something supposed to be coming up. But, girl, I am so done with this cast. I have never seen a cast be so damn messy. And it just makes you wonder what the hell is really going on over there at TLC and Sharp Entertainment. Why y'all ain't got stricter NDAs on these people so that they not out here running amok on the social media streets? Why everybody had a goddamn GoFundMe for silly shit? And these people really was in a relationship? Because it seemed like everybody fell apart all of a sudden after the show airs. Now, like I told y'all in the video earlier this week, I realized that reality TV ain't always so much reality. It's a lot of scripted in there. Hell, we see that in Black Ink Cruise Chicago. That's some scripted shit right there. But sometimes it's so good. And I know 90 Day Fiance is somewhat scripted, but it's so good. But this cast has wore me out. My first season of fully just sitting here and being dedicated to the shit. And I wore the fuck out. Girl, I don't want to hear no more about these people. I don't. I don't give a damn who get a divorce. If you ask me, it's some ain't cleaning the buttermilk with Lita and Eric. Someone cleaning the buttermilk with Ashley and Jay. Some of the buttermilk ain't clean with Jonathan and his little girl, you know, his Barbie doll. Someone right with that either. I just I don't know. I hope they do better next season in picking their candidates to be on this show. And please let these people actually want to be with each other and not be here for a hidden agenda, and keep their asses off social media some. It was just too much this season with that whole cast, and I'm so glad, child. If it weren't for the fact that I got me on nasty piece of Kiki up out of all of that, I probably would not be fooling with the 90 Day Fiance franchise ever again. But I'm gonna go on and stick through and see if I can do another season of this. But if it wear me out like this season, then I'm done. I'm gonna leave that with Auntie advice over there, cause she to go to this shit anyway. I ain't got the patience for this. See, I've been and cussed people out and came at them folks crazy, and child, they'll be trying to slang dirt on me like they tried her, and see the way she handled it very diplomatically. I would probably nutted the fuck up, because I don't play with these celebrities. Now I'm here to help you be great, because if I don't talk about you and my colleagues that do these shows don't talk about you, guess what? Your ass probably wouldn't get as much play. But once a week, we keep this shit smoking for your ass. And I ain't got time to be helping nobody that's trying to hoodwink and bamboozle me. I ain't the one to be hoodwinked and bamboozled. I don't like that. I don't like that. It was too much with them. DMX was released today from federal prison, according to TMZ, and they had the first family photos. We're going to hold up our hand in prayer for the brother DMX that he can get his shit together. I used to love me some DMX. Baby, drugs is, drugs will take you down, honey. They'll take you down. That's a monkey on your back that if you ain't never had it, pray to God you never do. And I know I pray to God I never be in that situation where substance controls me to that extent. But congratulations on him being out, and I hope that he can stay out and do something positive with his life. I really do. I want to see him win. It ain't too late till you did, honey. Jay-Z and Meek Mills have joined forces to launch a new criminal justice reform organization called Reform Alliance. Van Jones has been appointed as CEO of that organization, geared toward advanced criminal justice reform in the elimination of outdated laws and that perpetuate injustice, starting with the probation and parole situation. I'm here for that, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm here for that because some of these laws that we have are very outdated and they really don't apply today, and because they are still governing these offenders under the old law, people are getting sentenced to sentences that don't really make sense. People are staying on it ain't no reason why that boy should have been on no damn probation for parole for no 11 years. Come on now. So I do think that this is a necessary cause, and I'm here for it. I'm here for that, okay? That's a good look for Meek Mills. It really is. It shows you that he really is out and he's trying to make a change, and he's using himself as an example of what you don't want to do. So kudos to him and Jay-Z and Van Johnson for this. And there are other people involved with them in this organization that they've began. But I think it's necessary. It's very necessary. Did y'all hear about that incapacitated lady giving birth back in December? Well, a male nurse at the healthcare facility has been charged with sexual assault. Nathan Sutherland, 36, is currently being held in the Maricopa County Jail on sexual assault and vulnerable adult abuse charges. He was an LPN and that was responsible for providing care for the woman around the time that she became pregnant. The arrest came after the 29-year-old woman gave birth to a baby boy at the healthcare center where she had been a patient for 10 years. They identified Nathan through DNA testing. The woman's family said in a statement that the patient is not in a coma. She does have significant intellectual disabilities, which comes from seizures she suffered throughout her childhood. Now, he need his ass whooped. He need his ass whooped. I knew when I heard that story. Ain't no damn way. It had to be somebody that was working at that healthcare facility. Because how this woman, who is in a vegetative state pretty much, is gonna be able to produce a baby? How is she in there hunching? And she ain't even where she at probably. See, that's the kind of stuff that I worry about. You know, I don't ever want to be in a position to where I have to go into a facility someday and I ain't safe. So I hope they hand the book to his ass and make an example out of him of what you don't do. Because that was some low down, gutter bucket ass shit if you ever ask me. Oh, that's low down. I hope they throw the book at his ass. Now, if he get in the system and happen to disappear, I ain't gonna be mad. I ain't saying I want him dead, but I don't care if they juggle him around until paperwork is lost and his ass wind up in there. He can sit there for the rest of his life, because that's some gutter buck shit to me. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about that. Now, Roger Stone, a Trump associate, was arrested and bonded out. I'll do a separate video on that tomorrow. I don't know enough about it right now, but Beautiful Soul Speak did a daughter files about it, and I'll link that down in the comment section. You can go over there and check that out. But he was arrested Friday by the FBI in Florida on charges that he lied and tried to tamper with a witness to hide the efforts to learn about releases of Democrats' hacked emails during the 2016 presidential campaign. He was charged by Special Counsel Mueller with 7 counts. 1 count of obstruction of an official proceedings, 5 counts of false statements, and 1 count of witness tampering. He's been since released on a $250,000 bond. Like I said, I'm going to put that link down in the description box to Beautiful Soul Speaks video. She does quite a few political commentaries about what's going on with our current administration, and she breaks that down to your G-style, in my opinion. So I'm going to link her information for her video over there, down there somewhere. I'm going to link it, and you can go over and get more info on her, what she was giving over there. In other Trump news, a few hours ago, he agreed to temporarily end this partial government shutdown that has lasted some 30-plus days. He is now reopening the government for 3 weeks as negotiations continue to build, for him to get his wall. Let me tell y'all how I feel about that man. I get it. I get it. There are illegal immigrants who enter this country, and they ain't on the up and up. I understand the plight of the man that says that they taking these jobs because a lot of employees will hire Mexicans and, illegal immigrants because they work for little or nothing. And they work hard. I get all of that. But to risk the national safety of this country and the citizens who work for this country, to put them at risk this long with not giving them a paycheck. What about their bills? What about their housing needs? What about their everyday expenses that they went a whole month, over a month without? Now, I told you I'm the hope of the slave, but I don't work for free. But everybody couldn't say that. Those federal workers were frustrated. And then you ain't paying these people. Do you realize that you stop the payment of the people that keep us protected? I don't understand what was the purpose of that. He act like a little ass child who has a temper tantrum and just went over in the corner and decided to pout. And I think he finally got that, bruh, if you don't do something soon, you really gonna be putting us at risk here. Because who gonna keep wanting to work for free? I don't care how much you may love this country. At the end of the day, you love your family, and you love being able to pay your mortgage, pay your car notes, take care of your children, and provide food on the table. This speaks to the character of this man, to which many of y'all out here may have put into office. That was so childish. He shut down the federal government partially because he couldn't get his way. Boy, this is real life. This is major consequences for the entire country. This ain't some little game you can play that you used to play with your daddy back in the day and get mad and then he go make it right for you. This is the American people who you are hurting with this government shutdown. And you still sitting there saying you're going to open it back up for 3 weeks, pending that y'all come to an understanding about this wall. Build you. What that wall going to do? Think about it. Bitch, these people build tunnels, sophisticated tunnels underground. El Chapo showed you that it's possible. What the wall gonna do? Now, do I think that border security should be beefed up? Absolutely. Give him some money to beef up security so that people are not coming into this country so easily or in such a large amount illegally. I get it. Get your paperwork together, then come over here. But to want to build a wall, what that wall gonna do? Bitch, them folks probably build up them Mexicans is, baby, them some crafty people. They probably build a goddamn staircase as soon as you build that wall up there so they can climb up there to the top and slide down. Like I said, you're not going to be able to stop illegal immigrants from coming into this country. You're not going to be able to. Somebody going to leak somewhere. Somebody is going to get in here some kind of way. But your hatred of people of color, brown peoples, black peoples, your hatred is so severe that you allowed your pride to make you shut down the government, and it has affected over 800,000 federal employees. You ain't paying TSA. They don't give a fuck if you bring a, you know what I mean? And I just don't understand. I don't. I thought this was a country that don't negotiate with terrorists. Well, y'all just negotiate. Y'all finna negotiate with one to keep him from closing the government back down again, in my opinion. And then I had somebody gonna tell me, because I was excited that nominees are beginning to step out and say that they are going to throw their bids in for the presidential election of 2020. I'm not saying Kamala Harris is the answer. Bitch, I'm saying we need an answer. And the answer ain't in the White House right now. This man don't give a damn about this country. And if you don't think that he has done something not quite so right during that election campaign of 2016, then something wrong with you. Don't let your hatred of other people make you not realize how he's destroying all of us in his own little way. And you are affected by it in some kind of way. I just didn't understand what was the purpose. Oh, okay, almost 40 minutes. Okay, I ain't trying to go past 40 minutes. I just didn't understand what was the purpose. But I am glad that he has agreed to reopen the government and give all these people their back pay and help them try to catch up. Lord have mercy, my heart went out to those who would tell me things like, you know, I had to go to the temp company to try to get me some temporary work because I ain't getting no money in and I got bills to pay. I get that. Hell, we struggle every day, some of us, as it is, just to make it day by day. We damn sure don't need the country to which we living in going against us. And it's all because the leader of the country had a problem. He had a temper tantrum because he couldn't have his way. He want his wall by any means necessary, even at the expense of America and the people within it. So let's just hope that whatever we can do to stop another government shutdown, that we get it done. Y'all start looking at these candidates that are coming out and start preparing your mind. Get to know who they are. Get to know what their positions are. Let me tell you something. Ain't no perfect politician. They all lie. But you have to pick the one that values best fit your ideas. It's like picking out of the, you know, the lesser of 3 or 4, 5 evils. Find somebody that talks the language that you need to hear and stay on their ass. But this was ridiculous to see so many people affected. See, he don't understand that shit because he ain't hurting. He ain't worried about how he gonna feed his children. He ain't worried about his mortgage payments. He just worried about hoping that the Mueller don't find out what the fuck he really did during that 2016 election. That's the only thing he worried about. He don't care about us. And I do believe it was some type of collusion going on. Now, will it be brought to the forefront? Only time will tell, but that's a mess, child. But I'm glad that he agreed today at the urging of the people that advise him that, Mr. President, you're going too damn far. You need to pull back before you fuck around and start some shit that we can't deal with. Plus, you kind of left America wide open with this government shutdown. What president do y'all remember ever did some shit like this to this extent? That is a petty orange little... Ooh, that's a petty little orange man. I swear to God, that little petty orange man is going to be the death of us in this Americas. I'm telling you, baby, he going to be the death of us around here. But, I'm glad that I'm glad it's going to be some relief for these people who have really suffered during this shutdown. I'm really happy for them. Y'all keep asking me to talk about Celebrity Big Brother, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, I can't talk about what I don't know. I don't care. I don't watch that show. I'm not a fan. I watched Big Brother, not Celebrity Big Brother. I watched Big Brother a long time ago when it first came out, and it wasn't no celebrity. When it was just purely white peoples up in there, and they was cutthroat as hell with one another. I've never been a fan too much of that show since then. I'll pass. But, I'm sure somebody talking about it, bitch, it just ain't gonna be me, okay? Because I can't talk about that to which I don't know about. I would be spinning my wheels here. But that brings us to another ending to a Fuck Shit Friday. The topics that I had and those ones that you all share. Y'all, I'm going to keep my eye on this Jasmine Eeling thing. I know y'all want me to, just give you some. And I can't give you some when I don't know what to believe my damn self. So we're going to let justice take charge of this situation. And if something comes out, hell, I got a couple of more days before the end of Jumpstart January. I'll come back and I'll talk about it. But right now, I just don't know what to feel because it's so much shit. And I do know something happened to that girl. I don't care what her history is. In that moment, in that club, I feel she was violated. Now, that's just my personal opinion. I can't prove it. But we know something happened. Y'all get down in the panel section and let me know your thoughts and opinions on everything that I have discussed. Also, remember that I'm going to pin Beautiful Soul Speaks dotted file down below so that you can get a little information more than what I gave you on Roger Stone being arrested, for these 7 counts or whatever the hell it was I said it was. But child, she'll break it down for you a whole lot better. And when I feel like getting up tomorrow and really just sitting down researching and getting an understanding to where I can come down here and speak legibly to you guys about it and weigh my thoughts in, I'll do that. Like I said, I got a couple more days for the end of Jumpstart January. But this is it, y'all. This is it. Again, welcome to all of my new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys for coming through, liking the ambiance around this place, and deciding to kick it with me a minute. I hope that I can give you the entertainment that you like. I'm going to be transparent on here as always and trying to just, give you content and not mess all the time. I want to do that for you. But I'm also going to be triple transparent over there on my Patreon. And for $1 a month, you can join my Patreon and you can get to know me on a more personal level and gain something from me or give something to me as far as your responses and how we interact with one another. I got a lot of good things coming. It's just been very hard this month because it's been a hard working month for me, and it's also been hard because I have this every day in January to do a video, and I said I was going to complete it because my good sister Shirley S_Hutchinson, she is not feeling too well, so she has not been able to continue doing it. And in honor of her and the fact that once upon a time this particular thing helped my platform a whole lot, doing a video every day. When I first came down to YouTube, this helped me a lot, so I wanted to do it in honor of her and in honor of each and every one of my love things, my A1s from day one that have been supporting me. Now, I always like to end my videos, my Fuck Shit Fridays, with doing some shout outs. I know it's been some shit going on the YouTube streets, but I still have found people that I find that is interesting, entertaining, and that does really good content. One of which is Boss Lady Talk New Jersey TV. Now, she do beef watches and stuff like that, but she also shares a lot of other valuable information and content with you guys. So I'll link her down in the description box. I watch Conscious TV with his handsome self, Davion. I think that he is so funny, but he's a very deep brother. And I have gravitated to him since that Kaya and Maddie debacle that went on. So I've been watching him as well. Who else I've been watching? I don't really be on the YouTube streets like I usually, but okay, those two there. It's another young lady I watched. She be doing hauls and stuff. I can't remember, but if I can remember her name, I gotta go through my subscription list. I gotta go watch her. And it's also a lady on here that do TV reviews. Y'all check my description box. Those are gonna be my shout outs for the week. I'm sorry if I did not remember your name, but I have so much going on up inside, right along up in here. Sometimes I can't remember, but see, I remember what you do. And if I don't remember your name, I think her name Nicole. I can't remember, y'all. I will link it. Check in the description box if you're looking for channels to watch that's not all about the beefs that's been going on YouTube. These people doing something totally